with you. She gon' die for you. Girl, I fought with you. You fought with me. Baby, love me. Take care of me. All of my niggas did, all of my niggas ain't never gon' change. Diamonds on my neck, guess when? Shawty wanna have sex. I don't wanna have sex. I just wanna roll with it. Baby, Suki wet. I'm gonna go get a check. I believe in you to be there whenever I need you. Can't always be honest, but I will never mislead you. I work overtime with these dollars, I'm trying to feed you. I just drop it down on these glasses for me to see you. I never drop it down on a nigga that ain't my speed, bro. How the fuck I'm in Miami on a speedboat? All these pretty women boosting up my ego. Tell her I'm gonna be here forever, but then I lead them. All you niggas follow the leader, I'm in the lead though. You could've been quiet inside of what you agreed for. You supposed to be having your money, but now you need me. I never turn my back on the real one. Sipping all this purple, I'm hoping it made me feel better. I don't want no problem with bitches, so I don't deal with them. He didn't gotta wait for the moment, but we gon' still get them. They ain't never taking it from me, cause I'm a real nigga. In the foreign car, going so fast, and I'm so high, probably won't last. If she falls with you, she gon' ride for you. If she falls with you, she gon' die for you. Girl, I fought with you. Do you fall with me? Baby, love me. Take care of me. Girl, I fought with you. Do you fall with me? Baby, love me. Take care of me. I just keep it real with you. Bad time, pull up and I still hit you. You suck it out every time and it still trip. I got a bitch that take a charge, do a bid with you. I come from shit, I'm just trying to do it big with you. Drink lean, take honey, hit the crib with you. I want it all, plus I want another kid with you. Let me go ahead and get into this, man. So this weekend we had the Till Death battle rap event. And for the most part, I thought it was a successful event. Salute to the URL staff, Smack White, Beasley, and all of the participating people. I think probably the last 90 days, you know what I'm saying, we've been focusing on not only, the safety of children and talking about communities or whatever case may be, but a lot of people have been talking about the battle rap community or whatever case. And I wanted to ask you something or whatever case may be. Do you think that a lot of like the FBG Duck, Mama Duck, Hassan Campbell, just a lot of, Motree, King Von, Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, do you feel like we do a bad job at defining what entertainment is? I was talking to somebody and they said that it feels like we have allowed gang members, drug dealers, pimps, etc., etc., etc. We've allowed them a platform and called it art. I wonder how many people feel like that. We've allowed anyone that says, you know what, I've done something violent to other people, I've joined a gang, I've been to jail, I smack women. We now have put them on stage and say, okay, we want you to rap for 2 minutes around, and we're gonna pay you a crazy amount of money to do it. So now if you sell drugs, it don't matter. If you're in a part of a gang, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you, violate other people, it don't matter. I want you to get on stage and I want you to sell it. Are we surprised when violence finds these type of people? Somebody, I seen somebody do some commentary on Hitman Holler. Salute to him. There was an issue where he had a home invasion. And my thought process was, did we expect something different? My thought process is, how long can you rap about doing things to people before those people start doing things to you? To me, it's only a matter of time. Are we glorifying the worst of our community? Now, I know a lot of people don't like Candace Owens, but that's a statement that she made. She says the African American community glorifies the worst of their community. I was watching a URL smack event,
and he had a kid on stage. I forgot the kid's name. Somebody had mentioned it or whatever. And I mean, he can't be no more, maybe 12, maybe 13 or whatever. And my thought process is, should a child be there at that type of event? So this goes out to, you know, Battle Truth, Vada Fly, Gems, Chris Unbias. It's so many other bloggers. I wanted to ask you something. Should kids be allowed at these events? Should kids be allowed at these events? Because my thought process is, it's one thing for adults to be around, because adults should be able to say, well, we recognize, you know what I'm saying, what entertainment is. But do kids start embellishing this? Do kids start looking at this and saying, this is something that I want to emulate? Because isn't that the problem now? Ain't that the problem now with all of these Chicago murders and all of these murders that's happening right now? It's somebody that wants to emulate gang life. It's somebody that wants to emulate violence. It's somebody that wants to emulate having guns and having popularity and clout. A lot of people was mad at Tyler Perry because they said he took black people's pain and made a profit. So isn't that the same thing that these rap leagues are doing? They're taking people, saying, okay, you was a drug dealer, right? Okay, you was in jail. You was a gang member, right? Okay, I want you to come on this platform and I want you to promote what it is that you did. Isn't that the same thing? I mean, it's the same thing, right? We talk about the black culture, right? And we know that battle rap has been around for a long time. You know, Murder Mook, Reed, Dollars. I mean, battle rap has been, especially with Mac DVD era, a lot of people know about, you know what I'm saying, battle rap or whatever. But of course we know that battle rap was never mainstream. So now you got people like Drake, you got people like Diddy, Busta Rhymes, you got people that are, you know, that are mainstream, that are using the street cred of battle rap and saying, well, now that I got my mainstream money, I'll come back and this will make me look as if I am connected to the streets. Drake not a street dude. He was on Degrassi. Let's stop playing. Drake is not a street guy. You see what I'm saying? But if I give money to the street guys, then now I'm affiliated with the streets. My question is, why don't you give that money to a school? Salute. This might not be a popular topic or whatever. I know everybody loves battle rap. I like battle rap or whatever. I could take but so much or whatever case may be. But you know, I have some people that I listen to and I check out or whatever. But my thought process is, there's a difference between a grown-up looking at battle rap and saying, okay, yeah, this is for entertainment, versus children looking at battle rap. So my thought process is, should battle rap be mainstream? Should you be able to hear battle rap lyrics on the radio? And you know, what's so interesting is that I never see bloggers talk about how battle rap affects the community. We glorify the worst of our communities. We glorify, if you was a part of, there are so many, I mean, even during the battle, it's, I'm a Blood, I'm a Crip, I'm a Vice Lord, I'm a GD. And it's like, what exactly are you, like, what exactly are you promoting? What's the hype about? I'm just gonna be real. Like, what's the hype about? And this is the issue, right? This is the issue. If you're a Blood and you're a Crip and you're a Vice Lord and you're a GD, I'm expecting you to get into some gang shit. I'm expecting you to get into some gang shit. I'm expecting some violence, some karma. I'm expecting some guns to go off, some knives to be used. I'm expecting some bullshit, some fuckery. I'm expecting a whole lot of women like Mama Duck to be like, my baby never hurt nobody, but your baby was on stage screaming and hollering about how he hurt a lot of people, how she hurt a lot of people. It's amazing what we promote. It's amazing what we applaud. Now I see Smack, I see Beasley, I see Chico, I see even Norbs, I see New Nails, I see all of these people collectively. I want to ask you guys, what is battle rap doing for the black community? people will say battle rap is giving people a second chance, especially if they've been in jail. You know, they got felonies on their record. They can't get no real job. So battle rap has put food on their table. Has said, hey, leave the streets alone, just come and battle rap. Talk about what you used to do. Okay. All right. I can see that. I can relate to that. But let me ask you something. Is it hindering more than it's helping? Can you imagine an artist like Drake standing beside Smack White talking about, we want these lyrics to be heard all over the world? How black men kill each other, how black men call women names and vice versa, women call black men names, how the black community is so messed up with gang violence and drugs, and how we run down on our is that what we're promoting? Is that what Drake, who is half white, half black, and Canadian, not even a US citizen, is that what we're promoting? Is that how we need to make our dollars? I want BattleTruth to pull up. I want the rest of these bloggers to pull up, and let's have a tough conversation. I know. Let me tell you something, man. It's a certain type of. I like the cadence. I like the aggression. I like, you know what I'm saying, the way people can be creative, the performance. I like all of that. Salute. But I want to have a deeper conversation. Is it something that we need to promote? Is it something that needs to go mainstream? Because that's the talk right now. Hey, we want this to go mainstream. Well, people already look at the community sideways now. People already look at black people sideways now. And my thought process is this what black men are promoting? So stop crying when people are dying. Stop crying. Stop crying. When people start dying, don't start crying. I don't want to see no RIP shirts, no goddamn, don't even have a funeral. Say it was only a matter of time. You sit down and you listen to the lyrics, and whereas I know as a 40-year-old man, hey, you know, this is for entertainment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are some children out there, there's some teenagers out there that's influenced by this. Well, this is my favorite battle rapper, and he's a blood. This is my favorite battle rapper, and he's a Crip. Aren't we just glorifying the shit that we used to see back in the day? When we had those drug dealers on the corner or riding around in their fancy cars. Now they're on TV, now they're on YouTube, and now a lot of people are saying, yeah, that's what I want to emulate. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you want your sons emulating these battle rappers? I ain't even get to the females yet. Do you want your sons emulating these battle rappers? Because in order to get street credit, you got to do some street shit. Hands off the wheel. Let this motherfucker operate. In order to get street credit, you got to do some street shit. So what is your son or daughter willing to do to get street credibility? What is your son or daughter willing to do to stand in front of another man or a woman and tell him, oh, this is what we've been doing and this is what we'll do to you? Can you imagine FBG Duck being a battle rapper, standing on the URL stage telling everyone, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, and then something happening to him? And then my thought process is, anybody besides his immediate family and friends, why would we care? Why would we care? Why would we care what happens to you? If you're promoting violence, then it's only right, it's only fair for violence to find you. My thought process is, what is Smack White trying to do? What is URL.TV trying to do? What is RBE? If you're telling me that if you are a criminal, a drug dealer, a murderer, a gang member, someone who promotes violence on a daily basis, we want you on our stage if you can rap. The majority of rappers are black. So if I was law enforcement, you know what I would do? I would sit down and I would watch every rap battle, and I would say, okay, we have some missing we have some unsolved mysteries. And I'm just going to listen to this battle because it's going to tell me who was there, what they used, how long it took to kill them. I mean, it's going to break down everything that I need to know about any crimes that's going on in Chicago, in New York, in California. I'm just saying, you're going to tell on yourself because that's what we do, right? I mean, we see it as an opportunity. You know, I was watching the event. I was watching, you know, people smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? People passing cups of alcohol around. Children are standing right there listening to these, you know what I'm saying, provocative language, this grown-up language. And my thought process, when he grows up and says, okay, I want to now be a Blood or a Crip, is that the new organization with benefits? 401k, is that some new shit we should be excited about? Are we having kids to join gangs? I'm just trying to figure out what all the tears about. What all the RIP, what all of the songs and the crying for. If you stood behind them when they were standing on stage and making videos and holding guns up and smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, then you already knew what was going to happen. Don Philly is very active in the chat right now. I'm about to pull over, man, so I can read your comments, bro. Salute to everybody in the chat. I just really want to know. I understand that this is not something, when you have something that's beloved and you speak out against it, you know, it's a part of the status quo and everybody's saying, yeah, this is what we want, this is the new it, this is the shit. And you say something about it, it's like, oh, how dare you? Who do you think you are? And my thought process is, fuck that. Fuck that. Is battle rap what we need to go mainstream? Is this what we want people to see when it comes to representing the culture? Oh, you wear your flag on what side? What set you belong to? Nigga, what's your credit score? What house did you buy? You smoke the best trees but can't fill out a job resume or don't have any employees. I said people are reading on a 3rd grade level. People have lost the art to be able to write and articulate a handwritten letter. But we can sit down and we can memorize everything that we've done to somebody in regards to how we masked up, the type of guns that we use, the type of car that we used, how long we've been scoping out the ops, how many bullets it took before they hit the ground, how it sounded, what we did when we walked up to them. Like it's very creative. But my thought process is, what message is it sending America? What message is it sending other black people? And the fact that you have people like Drake involved, right? Drake went into the event, was like, oh, I'm gonna buy 60 bottles of Hennessy, it's my birthday, turn up. Salute, I see what you're doing, okay, cool, rock out. But you know what I ain't see yet? I didn't see Drake go to a high school and pass out books. Now we do a good job at talking about swirlers and divesting and black men and black women, but my thought process, the action is the action for me. So you don't see Drake passing out no book bags. You ain't see Drake going to high schools talking about, hey, get your education, it's important or whatever. But he will go to a smack event and pass out Hennessy. 60. How much do you think a bottle of Hennessy costs? What, $32? So $32 times 60 is what? And the thought process is, how did you know everybody was in that you was passing a drink to was of age? I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to think about this. How did you know everybody that you was passing a shot to was at a legal age to drink, to consume alcohol? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't think, are we over, did COVID-19 disappear all of a sudden? You passing out COVID-19, Drake. That's what you're doing, player. You're passing out COVID-19. I don't know. I would love to hear one of these bloggers take on some of these questions. One of these mainstream bloggers. Because of course we do a great job at breaking down, how the battle went, who we think bested who, a 2-1-3-0. I'm saying, hey, I can't call it. But I'm just trying to figure out, what does battle rap do for the black culture? Like we're kind of acting like, and I get it. If battle rap is your chance or your way out of the streets, I get it. It's needed. But it's so funny because, people like Hitman Holla would say that himself, that he came from a good home, right? So why was you in the gangs, bro? You see what I'm saying? You went to college, so why was you in gangs, bro? It's almost like, and this is what kills me, when you don't need to be a part of something, but you want to be a part of something. You need that clout, you need that connection, you need that those people around you to, I guess, to make your persona a little bit more realer. I have no idea. But the issue is that when it's time for you to put in work, now when it's time for you to, do what it is that those other people say, now you looking stupid. Like, yo, I'm in college, I can't do that. Hey, I got 2 parents, I can't do that. I'm from a good home, I can't do that. If you look at some of these people's resumes, they'd be like, well, how are you on stage talking about you shot this person, you did that, and you did that, and you ain't got the resume to prove it? Is battle rap for entertainment, or are people really talking about real stuff that they've done? Are they talking about real stuff that they've done? Is battle rap needed? Surviving Kingston, I'm about to pull over in a minute so I can read y'all comments. But I'm just real curious, man. Again, I'm a person who RBE, URL, King of the Dot. I'm a person that has definitely watched some battle rap events, definitely rooted for my favorites. But then when I sit down and I start asking myself, like, man, is battle rap, especially when you see Drake, and we know Drake is a mainstream artist, and my thought process is, do we want battle rap mainstream? I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I think that we get confused with what conversations are relevant and what conversations are irrelevant. It's relevant to say that, okay, battle rap is needed because it gives people a second chance. It gives people who, who've been in the streets for a long time an opportunity to kind of, release. It's a therapeutic situation, and I truly believe that. But it's a lot of people who are not from the streets. It's a lot of people who are from the suburbs, who have good families, and who run to battle rap as a means to say, I want to be down with the culture and I want to promote violence. Is battle rap promoting violence? Is battle rap showing how irrational, illogical? I appreciate that, Wayne. Thank you very much. It's tough love time. Definitely. It's definitely tough love time. But I'm definitely going to make sure that I tag Smack White URL. I may get a response, I may not. RBE, ARP, King of the Dot. What does battle rap do for the black community? Is it showcasing these are the type of men we should be following? These are the type of men we should trust. These are the type of women we should want to wipe up. We should want to make babies with, procreate with. Like, it's so much craziness going on in the world right now. I just want to ask you guys something. Do you feel like battle rap promotes a good example for the black community? Or does it promote what we see on TV, what we hear in the news? Because we talk about mainstream media and how it pushes this, oh, black people are all bad and black people are this and black. But my thought process, don't battle rap push the same message? Does battle rap push the same message? I feel like I got something on my phone. Does it? What y'all think? It's all hot air. I see you. Does battle rap push the same message? The way you break down stuff, brother. I'm 42 years old and you change my mindset. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. And we could just promote a better perspective. That'd be great. I appreciate that. But here's my thought process is, like I said, anybody that say they don't like battle rap, you know, I get it, I understand. But for those that like battle rap, like myself, you know what I'm saying? The Geechee Gottis, the Charlie Clips, the Loaded Lux, the Hollow the Dons, Rex, K-Shine. I mean, there's just so many to name that I feel like are very creative, very articulate, and they help compact the story and deliver it. It's like, yo, I'm feeling what you're saying. But my thought process is, listen to what's being rapped about. Forget the cadence, forget the delivery, forget the aggression. I want you to think about what's being rapped about. They're not talking about opening businesses. Well, you know what? Somebody who do talk about that is Hollow the Don. He does talk about opening businesses or whatever. While people are talking about this and this, he says, hey, I'm opening up businesses and properties or whatever. So I definitely salute to him. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Unless you B-Dot, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about killing. Everybody's talking about jail. Everybody's talking about criminal activity. Everybody's talking about gang life. And my thought process is, that what you want your child to be exposed to on a mainstream level? The black community needs a makeover, man. Women and child. My thought process is, when you sit down at Smack White and you sit down, it's Smack White pimping a community. The Smack White live in a community that's being glorified as so hellacious. Everybody is his brother or he's the uncle, and you know, it's these family ties. And my thought process is, it's fuck shit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Because if I can sit down and I can listen to these two grown women, hold on, the Queen of the Ring is not exempt. These two grown women talking about how they, you know what I'm saying, they don't talk about being good mothers. They don't talk about being good wives. Half of them are not married. They might be in a relationship, they might not. But is it successful? And my thought process is, these women jump online and they talk about gang violence, sex. Not too many talk about jail. I ain't seen too many rappers talk about jail, but it's just like everybody wants to be super thug. Everybody wants to be a super thug. Everybody wants to promote this savage life. And then when savage shit happens to them, now all of a sudden, all the other people that was like, hey, you might want to watch what you asking for. Because to me, you advertising it. If you get online and you say, yeah, I got all the guns, I do X, Y, and Z, I wish a motherfucker, my whole team strapped, we ready. Okay. We're gonna have to test that. We're gonna have to test that right there. We're gonna have to see how ready he is. Okay, you from Texas? You from New York? You from LA? Oh, you from New Orleans? Okay, you from Chi-Town? Okay, all right. You from Jersey? Oh, you from Philly? We're gonna have to test that. So we're gonna test it at the event. We're gonna test it where they live at on their block, because we want to see how bad you are. And the thought process is, isn't that the same thing that happened to Hitman Holla? Isn't that the same thing? You know how many people I've seen in the comments saying they want to put their hands around show off neck? his brother's neck just for acting as if, you know what I'm saying, he was invincible or untouchable. This is what happens when you promote that energy. People say, hey, listen, I'm going to match your energy. I'm going to match your negative energy with negative energy. Is battle rap needed? That's the question, y'all. Is battle rap needed? Is it needed? Are these platforms that promote battle rap, the RBEs, the URLs, the King of the Dots, etc., 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 are they saying they're pimping our pain? You went to jail? Come on over. You a criminal? Come on over. You a thug? Come on over. You a gang member? Come on over. You violate people on a regular basis. You shoot them. Come on over. What you do to kids? Come on over. Oh, you don't care about women? Oh, come on over. And we put them on stage and we tell them fight. Is battle rap an art form? Yes. It takes some creative minds to be able to package stories and memorize them and to be able to regurgitate them within a moment's notice. I will never take away that from these men and women that do this. My thought process is that when given an opportunity to speak, what are you saying? Do you get on stage and battle rap and talk about killing other people, how your gang is this and how, you know, your crew do this, and then do you go into the school system and say, oh, well, don't do what I do, or whatever I do is just, you know, whatever I'm talking about is just for entertainment purposes, kids? It seems like the message gets disembobulated. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this here, but whatever I'm doing here, don't worry about that, because really it's about this message. Why can't we send the message that we need to send the first time? I don't know if it's this generation or if it's just people in general, but people are starting to get on my fucking nerves. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Well, won't you say what you mean the first time? Won't you do what it is that you're supposed to do the fucking first time? All of this backtracking and fucking bootlicking and say what you mean the first time. If you're gonna get on stage and I'm gonna promote killing people, joining gangs and violence, etc., 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 my thought process: how do you now turn around and say I'm a role model for children? I'm a role model for the black community. Are you? Hold on. I know I'm fucking up. Hold on. I know I'm fucking up. That's what I thought. I don't think people give two shits about being role models. I think people found a way to make a dollar, and it doesn't matter what they say and what they do, they're going to do that. And my thing about it is, at whose expense are they doing it? Because here's the thing, you know, once you go to jail, most people have this notion of, I don't want to go back to jail, right? Once you go through some type of trial and tribulations, most people have a notion of, I don't want to go back through those trial and tribulations. But here's what happens when you rap about it on the biggest stage, right? Say the URL is the biggest stage. When you rap about it, you glorify what you've done. There's not too many rappers that say, you know what, I don't glorify what I've done, but these are the things that I've done. When you glorify something, you now put out into the world that, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing was okay. You're sending this message to these impressionable kids. How many people right now are trying to formalize little smaller battle rap leagues? And people feel like in order to be a battle rapper, you have to be a criminal, you got to be a thug, you got to be a part of a gang, you got to disrespect people, you got to violate people, you got to ride for yours. And my thought process is, imagine all of that energy going towards some type of negativity. Is battle rap needed? We crying and we pleading and we you know, the black community needs, you know, this, and the black community wants that. And my thought process, what does the black community promote? Violence? Why is that cool? Like, what? Why is that something inspirational? We're not promoting going to college. We're not promoting fixing credit. We're not promoting learning love languages, buying property, becoming entrepreneurs. We're promoting battle rap. Thanks, Drake. Good job, Drake. Not one positive message was sent during that URL event. Nothing to say, hey kids, this is just entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? Stay in school, you know, get your education, you know, fathers be in the household, you know, hey mothers, you know what I'm saying? You know your worth. Like nothing was sent that was positive. It was all derogatory. Can you imagine getting paid off of all derogatory shit? And then having kids on stage while we're smoking weed, drinking, talking about all types of nonsense. Bro, we are sick. We are sick. Society doesn't like positive rap or knowledge rap like KRS-One and Public Enemy. Obviously. Obviously. The more negative you are, the more paid you get. That's the note? Okay. The more negative you are, the more paid you get. So stop crying about fucking FFG Duck or whatever the fuck his name is when he gets shot. Stop crying. I don't want to hear Mama Duck, FG Duck, the sister Duck, the brother Duck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care, because when they was promoting this shit on stage, they was promoting this shit online through music, everybody was cool with it. When they was talking about those people over there, they was hurting. And then when those people over there got tired of fucking being victims, when they start fighting back, when they said we're going to motherfucking say, enough's enough. Because that's what happens. Let's be real. That's what happens. When you pick on people and you fuck with people, people start to say, I'm going to stand up. How long do you expect to victimize people? And that's the problem with gang members and people that feel like, you know, they have strength. Of course, the strength in numbers, but they have the numbers. The thing about it is, it's more people. I believe the military is about what, 2 to 3% of the population in reference to the United States. 2 to 3%. Are there more people in gangs than in the military? I know some people are going to say, shit, there's some people in the military that's in gangs. Stay with me, stay focused. Are there more people in gangs than the military? So if 2 to 3% are in the military, right? Let's just say half of that are in gangs. So that means there's a lot of fucking people not in gangs, and there's a lot of people not in the military. I want you to think about that. So if the people that are not in gangs and not in the military decide, bro, we ain't taking your shit, and want to overthrow some shit, want to fight back. They're tired of being the underdog. They're tired of getting violated. They're tired of their children getting abused. They're tired of the negativity surrounding their household and how they raise their children, how it's being altered, the natural progression of life. We're going to take a stand. How many times in history have you heard of the underdog taking a stand? I know y'all don't need no history lesson, but let me help y'all out. How many times have you heard of people saying, we're going to rise up against this tyranny? We're going to fight back. That's what happened with FBG Duck. That's what happens with a lot of these Chicago guys and a lot of these thugs and criminals and all this other shit. People said, we're going to fight back. Smack is so happy to be getting his product, to be pushing his product. Let me tell you something, man. Smack is no worse than a drug dealer. Smack White, URL, RBE, ARP is no worse than a drug dealer. They're pushing their product. What's their product? What's their product? Negativity. And selling it to make a profit. These guys on stage, these women on stage are not motivational speakers. They're not motivational speakers. They're not saying how to be better mothers and how to be better fathers. They're saying how to eliminate the op, how they ride, how they smoke the best weed, how they party, how they spend their money, how they'll roll up and pull up. Well, shit, we don't need an army if we got all these rappers. We don't need an army if we got rappers, all these criminals. I say put everybody in the same thing and say, hey, I need y'all to go fight the Taliban. We're going to send y'all to Iraq. So that way these soldiers don't have to go. They can be with their families on holidays, and they don't have to miss birthdays and funerals and graduations. We're going to let them stay home, and we're going to send all of these rappers with all of the guns, right? That's about that life. We're going to send y'all over there. Because obviously, hey, shit, you can kill people in Chicago. You damn sure can go to Iraq and Afghanistan and do the same thing, right? What are we promoting, and why are we so excited to promote it? I'm seeing Drake passing out alcohol. He don't know who he passing alcohol to. You know, people probably in there with fake IDs. She 15, acting like she 21. He only 16. Here you go. Take this alcohol. Take this alcohol. I don't know if that's the black side of Drake or the white side of Drake. I don't know. But to me, that's irresponsible as fuck. Irresponsible as fuck. But anything for clout. Anything to be down. That's what I'm seeing right now. Anything to be down. Now, hey, listen, Drake makes some phenomenal music. I ain't here to take nothing from Drake. But the thought process is, can you imagine going into an event, into a crowd of people that you don't know, and saying, here's some alcohol. Here's some alcohol. So suppose somebody says, oh, well, my daughter was at the event and she was only 15, and you gave my daughter some alcohol. Could Drake get sued? Could Smack get sued? Could URL get sued? Nobody thinks about the bigger picture, because it's always about the turn up. It's always about living in the moment. Now, what could have happened is, hey, they could have made people sign a waiver before they walked in and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Are you over the age of 21? Can you legally drink? And somebody could have said, I ain't reading this shit. Yes, 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 yes. Sign. Could have. The likelihood, hell no. Hell no. Is battle rap needed? Is battle rap needed? Somebody tell BattleTruth pull up. Vodafly, Gems, ChrisUnbias. Shake my hand, you know who you are. Pull up. Let's talk about it. Let's find out, is battle rap really needed for the black culture? What is it really promoting for the black culture? Is it promoting fathers be fathers, men be men, women be role models, women be wives? Is it promoting the togetherness, or is it promoting, I need to promote how much more savage than I am than you are? That's how I see it. I see it. It's like I need to showcase how much more savage I can promote than you are. And then you got these young kids, you know. Okay, well, let me take my notes. Things just happen, I guess, to play out perfectly for people. You know, you go from battle rap to wilding out. So now, you know what I'm saying, in order, you know what I'm saying, this is, I think wilding out definitely has its perks and its funny moments, definitely. You know, and maybe it's because I'm a little bit older and I realize that some entertainment is a bit extreme. And the more extreme, it's like the more push the envelope forward and you say, okay, this is comedy. No. Well, this is comedy. No. This is comedy. The more you do it, the more obscene it gets. You know, no, this is battle rap. No, this is battle rap. No, this is really battle rap. Can you imagine somebody says, hey, I've been banging all my life. I've been cripping. I'm a blood. I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this. And then coming and sitting with your child and trying to teach your child exactly what? What? And now you're getting paid to promote the violence that you've caused, to promote the damage that you've caused, to promote the drugs that you've sold, to promote the children that you've birthed and didn't take care of. Like, it's to me, it's just like, damn, bro, you talk about a generational curse. You've packaged this shit and sold it to the black community as if this the hot shit. This is what we need to get behind right here. I wonder why ain't no bloggers talking about that. What is the end state of battle rap? You mad that white people are looking at you funny, talking about we ain't all the same and we ain't. So suppose for some reason battle rap goes away. I doubt it, but suppose it does or whatever, right? What do these rappers who've now jumped on stage publicly time in and time again that says, hey, I'm a part of this gang, you know, I did this jail time, you know, I'll do this, I've done this. Do they just walk into a regular business and say, hey, I want to get a job? Can you imagine the human resources department do a Google search on this person and all of this, I'll kill you and I hate you and I'm a part of the gangs and this is what I do to white people? And then, can you imagine the resume? I look at Tay-Rock and I say, you know what, Tay-Rock does a great job at you know, doing his gun bars, his setups and all that good stuff or whatever. But Tay-Rock looks like he's getting ready to die. He, like any moment, he's getting ready to, I don't know if it's all of the weed or the alcohol or whatever, but he just does not look healthy at all. And I'm just like, bro, like, are you stressed out? Like, are you trying to keep up this facade, like, of how hard you are? And to me personally, we have already seen you in a mix-up. We see that you ain't really about that life. When it came to Briz Rothstein, we saw that you wasn't really about that life. So it's difficult how you now cannot be a part of the action and then turn around and come back and still start talking about how many people you're shooting and who you're like. I don't know. Once you show me who you are, like, it's hard for you to get back to the hardcore. Like, it's like, bro, I'm like, I don't believe that. Like, I was even saying while they was rapping, like, dude, I don't believe nothing you was telling. Who do you battle? I forget who he battled. But I don't believe nothing you're saying right now. And I think that's the issue. The issue is that these rappers have to make you believe them. You know what I'm saying? To the point where they start doing things to an extreme, and people are so impressionable. They are children. Our children watch the Drakes go to these battle rap events and sanction these events as if, yeah, this is what we need to be promoting mainstream. So how many males was in there? How many black males was in there? How many people in there you think had good credit? Real talk. How many people do you think at the battle rap event for URL Till Death had good credit? Own their own homes. Or entrepreneurs, had their own businesses. Had credit cards with at least a $5,000 credit limit. I'm going somewhere with this. I want you to think. We're not talking about Smack. We're not talking about Beasley. Right? We know that they've obviously set themselves up nicely. But the thought process is, if what I just said wasn't the majority of people inside that, do we have a responsibility now? Does Smack have a responsibility to make sure that, hey, listen, I'm really trying to get my people to level up? Does Beasley have a responsibility to say, I'm really trying to get my people to level up? Yeah, let me tell you something. The money that these rappers are getting, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said 30,000, somebody said 50,000. Imagine how much money Smack White is making, Beasley is making, URL is making. Not only on the event face to face, but through the streams in reference to caffeine and through YouTube. So it's chump change, basically. But here's the thing. Who talks about investing? Who talks about buying property? Who talks about, hey, since I've been on Smack, I fixed my credit, I brought a home, I put money away for my kid to go to college? Like, where are those conversations at? Am I missing it? And this is why I say these bloggers that have been very diehard with promoting the culture and how great it is and who's battling, those are the type of interviews that I want to see. What have you been able to accomplish since being a battle rapper? How has it changed your life? We're not talking about it took you out the street. It took you out the street to now do what? To promote what? Because whether you want to be a role model or not, people are looking up to you. And I'm not just talking about little kids. So the thought process is, at some point in time, you have to provide that balance. You have to say, hey, I'm a battle rapper, but, you know what I'm saying? This is what I want from you. Because here's the thing, a lot of people didn't have a choice to join the gang. A lot of people were not raised by two parents. Hell, were not raised by any parents. And they raised themselves. The streets raised them. The streets was their father, and the criminal system was their mother. I understand. Trust me, I get it. But my thought process is, when you're in a position to do better, are you doing better? Are you doing better? Ladies and gentlemen, is battle rap needed? I believe battle rap is needed. But I also believe that battle rap can be balanced. So I'm hoping that this message gets to the right people. I feel that it is a necessity that I say something, because I feel like before we go mainstream and we tell the world how gangster we are, how savage we can be, how all these black men are a part of gangs and smoke weed and so violent and so that, you know, it's like this, bro. Like, hey, listen, that was my old life. But I'm really focused on something positive now, and that's the message that I want to promote. This is my job, but this is my real life. We have to do a better job at promoting balance. There's a responsibility that needs to be held. When football players go on the field, they're promoting their job, their occupation. When they come out into real life, the thought process is, do I tackle everybody? You know what I'm saying? Do I rush everybody, or do I let people know this is really what I want? I want kids to be positive. I want men to be in the homes. I want women to know their worth. Like, there has to be a balance in the conversation. It can't just be all about violence. It can't be all about negativity and thug life and being a savage. It has to be some balance. And I really feel like a lot of these interviews, especially in the face-offs, I understand we're trying to sell the fight. We're trying to sell the fight. But it would be great to find out what these battle rappers do in real life to promote positivity. It'd be great to hear that, because I think that these children that are impressionable, these adults that are impressionable, there is someone that's saying, I'm looking at Gucci Gotti and I'm trying to be the face of URL. So in order to do that, I now have to go and do the things that he did. But if Gucci Gotti said, you know what, hey, you don't have to do what I did to be a battle rapper. You know, you can live your best life and you don't have to hurt anybody. You don't have to be violent, etc., etc., etc. And a lot of people right now will say, well, what would make you think that these rappers want to be role models? Once you start doing things publicly, you are subjected to being a role model. You are subjected to people hearing your voice and have an opinion. Whether they agree or disagree, whether they follow or not follow, the thought process is what you're promoting the real you? Is what you're promoting going to create some karma that comes back? You never know that if you are a battle rapper and you are screaming and hollering how gangster, how thug you are, how savage you are, if there's somebody saying, well, in order for me to get your clout, I need to do something now to you to steal your thunder. Because you never said you was just doing this for entertainment purposes. You never said don't do it, don't go down this road. You said, hey, listen, this is how we make our money. This is how we pull up on our enemies. We don't talk it out, we shoot it out. A repetitive cycle. What positive thing have you heard Beasley and Smack White say? ARP say, these league owners, what positive things have you heard about the black community? A lot of people keep saying we're doing it for the culture. We're doing it for the culture. What culture? And what exactly are you doing? You're putting money in your pocket and you're putting money in their pocket. But here's the thing. When you give people money who are not used to having money, they don't really know what to do with money. So what they're going to do is they're going to take that and then go buy a bunch of shit and showcase how much money they're now making. But is that going to promote generational wealth? Let's have a conversation. I'm Mario J. This is Tough Love. Until next time, adult up. Peace.